Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to Copper Jacket TV. So on this channel, I not only like to bring you guys breaking Second Amendment news, but I also like to give commentary and point out the lies and hypocrisy of those who are trying to take your rights away. Just like we have in the state of California today, where the California legislature has decided that they are going to take up the 28th Amendment and try and spread it across the country, because it's not bad enough that they destroyed the Second Amendment in their state. They want to bring it to your state as well. So let's go ahead and talk about what's going on and if Gavin actually thinks that this is something that will work.
Are formally backing the governor's call for a constitutional amendment to curb gun violence. Governor Newsom first proposed the addition of a 28th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution back in June.
Okay, so let's go and talk about what's going on here. So if you just happen to be one of those few people who have not heard of this new proposed 28th Amendment quite yet, let me just go ahead and fill you in on some facts. So this is an amendment that was proposed by the governor of California in order to circumvent the Second Amendment. So what they're doing in California, they want to see happen across the country. They can't do that because the Second Amendment is in their way. So what do? They want to put their gun control into the Constitution so that then they can enact whatever they want pretty much nationally. It would essentially gut and overturn that right. Now it does that by restricting age, restricting what you have access to, who has access to it. It really does quite a bit. It's very vague, but it is intended to impose gun control on the entire country. California politicians love it. They love it, so they decided to take it up. So let's go ahead and talk about what they're doing.
Spare me that the solution is hardening doors and not addressing the issue, which is these weapons of war.
So basically what California legislators are doing here is they're being the first in the country to vote on this new constitutional amendment. In order to get that new amendment on, you need 2/3 of the state legislatures to vote that through. So that's obviously just part of the process, but that's one of the things that needs to happen. California says we're going to take the lead on restricting everybody's rights, so we're going to go ahead and vote on it first. Obviously, in full support of their commander-in-chief there, then they'll pretty much do whatever they want. It's a one-party system. What can you expect? So let me try and spell this out very quickly for anybody out there who might be worried that this might actually happen. This is not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And it's not going to happen now. I can't say what's going to happen in the future, but it's not going to happen now. You need 2/3 of the state legislatures to vote for this, right? So 2/3 of the states. As of right now, we have more than half the country that recognizes constitutional carry, meaning they are on the side of our Constitution. Those states aren't going to go for it. So even if we just stuck with those as our baseline example, those states are not going to vote for this, meaning it's going to go nowhere. But does he believe it's actually going to work? Does he believe it can work? Well, it turns out that he thinks he can.
If state lawmakers pass the resolution out of California, they will need 33 other states to do the same for a convention to formally discuss it. To date, no state has successfully amended the Constitution.
Now, we know that changes can be made to the Constitution, and changes have been made to the Constitution in the past, but they're not changes that are as unpopular as disarming yourself. That right there, it sends a chill down my spine to think that this is exactly where politicians are trying to go. They're trying to take that part away from us. You notice that it's pretty much just that one. Why would they want to take just that one away from us? Well, it doesn't take more than 2 brain cells to figure that one out. So again, this is California trying to impose its authority over the rest of the country by wholeheartedly changing the Constitution. While it's not going to happen, it's still very important to pay attention to, because I have always said that as things change over time, you might see those dominoes fall. And while everything is safe from that change right now, that doesn't mean that in 50 years, when my kids are 30 years old or something, that they're not going to have to deal with this as well, but maybe on a bigger scale. So it's good to know about these things now, educate people, and watch out for it again in the future, because this type of stuff will never end. It'll never go away. But they're just playing their hand a little bit more open now, so we can see what their true intentions actually are. So anyway, California legislature, they're taking it up. They'll be the first to pass the 28th Amendment. I want to tell you guys about that. I want to thank you all very much for watching. Please like, subscribe. Have a great day.